Hi guys, it's Lianne from Woodhead Co. Today I want to be talking to you about why your house may not be selling. In January 2022, it takes on average 44 days for a property to sell compared to last year where it was 65 days. The market is still really strong and it's 2.3% up this month compared to 9.5% up 12 months ago. Properties in Wellingborough had an average of £225,000, an average selling price of £225,000. The majority of sales in Wellingborough were terraced houses of around 175 grand, semi-detached being around 220, and detached properties being around 320. So as you can see, the market is still fluent, and there is not as much supply as there is demand. So things are selling really, really quickly at the minute. So if your house isn't selling, there are several things to bear in mind. So it's one thing comparing your property to a house that's on the market for sale, as it is comparing it to a property on the market that has subsequently sold. There could be a price difference in that, and that could be the reason why things haven't shifted as fast. So it's one thing to bear in mind. Also, if you are on, let's say, an estate and you have a 3-bed detached house on the market, there is 6 of the same type of build as yours. It may be worth putting it on for £1,000 to £2,000 less than everywhere else, just to try and attract more buyers into the door. Another thing that could be a deterrent for people is lack of curb appeal. Is the front of your house nice and tidy? Not only yours, but is also your neighbour's houses nice and tidy? Is it a well-maintained area? If not, it may be worth having a conversation with your neighbours to see if there's anything you can do to, again, try and increase your curb appeal. Okay, have a look at the marketing photos that have been taken. Does the room look massive when actually it's an average size? Because sometimes people can see that when a room is using a wide-angled lens, and that can deter them from it. Are they dark? Is your property lovely and bright, but really the photos are really dark? People don't want a dark property. They want a lovely, bright space to have their family in and enjoy themselves in. Is your property cluttered? Is there a lot of items in there? If so, try and declutter some of that. Make sure everything has a place and a home. So when people come around, they can picture their own furniture, okay? Because that's the main thing, especially when people buying for themselves, people buy on feelings. So they need to see their own stuff in there to make it viable for them. Is your property looking tired? If it is, give it a lick of paint if you can. Freshen the place up. The reason for doing that is that, when people come around, if they see every single wall's got a scratch on it or there's little holes everywhere, people will then think, well, this property hasn't been maintained, so what else hasn't been maintained? Is the kitchen maintained? Is the bathroom maintained? So they'll be looking to pick holes in every part of the property, and you don't want that. You want the great first impression when they go around. Another thing to bear in mind as well is, does your property show signs of structural issues? If so, please get them investigated by a structural engineer. These do need to be declared, and if that's the case, then yes, it does need to be rectified in the price. The last point I want to bring up is make sure your property has a floor plan. A lot of people buy off floor plans now. They don't so much read the description, but they do need a clear floor plan. Again, they want to see, can they fit their super king bed in the bedroom if that's priority for them, or the brand new sofa that they brought in their current house, they want to bring that on. Yes, some people do buy a house to match their furniture, not the other way around. So that's also really important to make sure that is on the marketing particulars. I hope that helps if your house is struggling to sell. If you need any more advice, please feel free to give me a call at the Wellingborough office.